My name's Ann Merriman, and I volunteer here on Thursdays. Well, 2 years ago they said at the annual meeting, let's make a quilt out of silk ties. So I did. It took me 2 years. It took me 6 months to figure out what I wanted to make. We have patterns. We have sunburst, starburst, daisies, dolls, all kinds of stuff in quilts. This one looks like a shooting star, and that was the pattern I went for, using the darks and the brights for the comet effect. And I also wanted it to look like a stained glass window. That's why we've got the black sashing on it. And because it came from ties, I saved the labels that from the different designers, fabulous, expensive ties, and I put them back on there just for conversation. And it's a lot of work. We've got Oleg Cassini, Christian Dior, Gucci, Calvin Klein, Guy Laroche, Giorgio Armani, Pierre Cardin, Yves Saint Laurent, Polo. I got a Polo up here somewhere, and I've got Michael Kors. That's just a few of them. And some of these ties date from the 40s and 50s, 60s. You could see the different, what was popular. I mean, this is a Duesenberg. That's from the 40s. It's a thinner silk. The thinner silk are the older ones. The Michael Kors has a certain look. A lot of them have different designs to them. Each one, there's your Polo. And then we have jockeys, which came from, probably from Keeneland. So I incorporated as many different things as I could. But I found that a lot of people like gold ties. I had a lot of yellow. Roughly 100 ties are incorporated in this. Someone might like to have a quilt. It's a very masculine design. And Mr. Moody is a retired lawyer, and he's the reason why we have this place, one of the many people. And he kind of is fond of it, and he could do with a nice quilt over his legs, stuff like that. This is not a feminine quilt. I didn't make it flowery and sweet. I made it more masculine and more bold, as a man's tie would be with a suit. Now they say you're supposed to dry clean them, but I had to get them wet once I broke them open and iron them to get the flatness, so I could work with them. If I wash this in cold water and let it hang on a line to dry, I could probably press it flat, because I'm not going to be beating on it. Some quilts are designed for children. This is designed for an adult. It was a labor of love. Black on black is not my favorite combination for sewing. It's blinding. You have to have really brilliant light to do it. But every piece is tacked down in black thread.
Wow. Very
I
nice.
had to.
Very nice.
So that it lays nice. I wanted it to look good.
Very, very lovely quilt. Ann, thank you.
Mm-hmm.